Great team win. Great team win. We came out, we did exactly what we wanted to do on offense. I thought that was a great first touchdown drive, and then kind of hit a lull, in the second, third quarter. Got things going a little bit there in between those lulls, I guess. But just a total, complete team win. Special teams stepping up on the muff punt. Derek, recovering that was huge for us, especially going into half. So, and then getting the ball back. Our defense just playing lights out. That fourth down they hit. I think it was 4th and 4, something like that. Just an incredible stop by our guys. So just like I said, complete team win, and very proud of this group.
Sam, that last drive, you guys had 2nd and 6 down in the shadow of your goal line, and then you guys had another 2nd down that you guys threw it on, you had a bootleg. How much confidence did that inspire for the entire offense in that situation where a lot of teams might just run to put the ball in your hands and the receiver's hands to go win the game?
Yeah. We practice these situations all the time. I feel like I say that, whenever we do really good things situationally. You guys ask about the situations, and it's just because we practice it all the time. We practice it every single day almost. So our coaches are really confident, not only in myself, but in our entire offense to just go out there and execute whatever play is called. And they know in those 4-minute kind of situations that I'm going to take care of it and, keep the clock running if I have to.
Have you ever practiced less over a full week and then played?
It's a great question. I don't know. I don't think so. Yeah.
Were you concerned at all about the lack of practice time?
Not really. I think, I've actually talked to my teammates about this, but, I think we, middle of the season, week 9 or 10, I think it might have been a bigger problem, but with all the reps that we've accumulated throughout the season and throughout training camp, OTAs, all that stuff, I wasn't really concerned about, timing or anything like that on certain routes.
Physically, just how'd you feel playing through the injury for a second straight week?
Yeah, I felt good. Felt good.
Sam, almost poetic for Cooper Kupp the way that went up. Is that gratifying for you, knowing what he's meant to the team?
I know Coop doesn't think about it like that, but, just for him to just be able to step up on a day-to-day basis for us, not only in games but in practice in the facility, like he's a true leader for us. I feel like I say that all the time when I talk about him, but it's true. He's a great leader and someone who's just going to continue to do his job every single day.
What can you say about just the way Jax played, the one-handed catch, the deep ball over the middle where he takes a big shot?
Yeah, the one-handed catch. I'm not really surprised at this point anymore about some of the stuff that Jax does on a football field, but yeah, he's a great player, and I can't give enough kudos to the guys around him as well in the skill group. The other receivers, Sheed stepping up, Bobo having a good game. You talk about all the running backs that stepped up. George Halani stepping up for Sharps. The way that he did tonight was huge. Obviously, Ken doing his thing, and our tight ends do it all. And obviously the offensive line as well. They do a good job. But, yeah, just our entire offense has been clicking. And, we're a tight group. And I think that's, you can kind of see that with the way we play.
Sam, the way your teammates talk about you, the way your coaches talk about you, stand up for you, how rewarding is it in the biggest game of the season to have a huge performance the way you did and sort of validate all that, that talk that they support you with? Yeah,
it's great. It's great that, I feel that support, not with only their words, but, just with how everyone treats each other in the building. There's a lot of respect that goes around the building. Everyone respects the work that, we all put into this great game. And so, I'm happy to be a part of this team, man. This group and this coaching staff is just, I'm really happy to be here. Happy to be in this position. I'm just going to continue to do the best that I can to put this team in positions to win football games.
Could you reflect on the guy that was seen go 6 years ago against the Patriots? Now you're going to see him again, the biggest game of your life. Just maybe what you say to that guy back then, what the biggest evolution is within you over that period of time.
Yeah, I almost forgot about it, so thanks. No, you're good. No, I think for me, there was a lot that I didn't know back then, so, I'm just going to continue to learn. and grow in this great game. And there's a lot of stuff that I can get better from today. Even I feel like I missed some throws out there that I shouldn't miss. There were some things offensively that I feel like we can do better. So we're always looking to get better. I'm always looking to get better. So that's the great part about this game is you win an NFC Championship and you win games throughout the season, but there's always ways that you can look to get better.
Sam, Jake Bobo wasn't always active for a lot of these games. Throw a touchdown pass, in a big situation, you knew he'd catch it, right?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, Bobo's the man. He's he's stepped up for us, in other ways throughout the season. Blocking, doing his thing on teams. But he came up big as well last week. With that third down conversion. So, me personally, and I know the coaches and the other players as well have a ton of trust in him.
What did you see from him on that play as you go to him and back to the end zone there?
Yeah, they just brought their two pressure. Where they bring the corner and play cover 2 behind it. And Bobo ran a great route. He ran a great route on the corner, who ended up being that half player. And I just tried to put it in a position to where he could, put himself in between the ball and the defender.
Last question.
Sam, you were the first quarterback from your draft class. A draft class that includes Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, and Baker Mayfield. You're the first one to make it to a Super Bowl. What does that mean to you personally?
Yeah, I actually made it in 23 as well when I was in San Francisco. So, no, I'm just messing with you. No, it's unbelievable, man. Just obviously those are great players, but just it's more so the team. Just the hard work that we've put in throughout this season, OTA's training camp. I talk about it a lot, but and I know every team works really hard in that off season when we're just working together. But to be able to go against that defense every single day, that got us better as an offense, and I know they could say the same thing about us. So, we take it day by day, and that's the beauty about this team and these guys in that locker room, this coaching staff, is we're going to celebrate tonight, we're going to celebrate tomorrow in the meeting, and then we're going to move on, and everyone's going to look to see how they can get better for this game coming up in a couple weeks.
Thanks, Sam.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.